Hello everybody. What I want to show you now is an abandoned Japan farm road. This is a road that goes up into the mountains behind me here that has been basically abandoned. It's not used anymore. Let's go ahead and take a look at it together. Now this is a road that I've shown bits and pieces of before over on the Softy Papa channel, but I've never given a real tour from the start up to the summit where it basically becomes a footpath. So along this trail here, we're just outside the village of Hirasawa in the Nihondaira area of Japan. There's this bridge here. Now in its time, little farm trucks could make their way over this bridge. And it's still a serviceable bridge, quite strong, made of concrete. And it goes over this small river right here. Oh, there's a persimmon down in the water, falling off of a farmer's tree, no doubt. Further upstream, there's the village is right up there, Hirasawa, and then the Hirasawa Kanan Temple. This is an orchard right here of various things. Let's continue. We'll just step across the bridge here. And now, in the past, this road would have been a pretty steep road starting off. It would have led up to farmers' fields. And you can see that you can still walk across it pretty nicely. You could probably drive up a ways into it, but quickly it will become unpassable except on foot. We have to keep our eyes open for the big spiders, the Orbweavers, like this one right here. She's struggling to hang on as winter is here, and she has no more energy. She looks pretty fat. She may not have laid her eggs yet, but that's all the webs that she's trying to struggle on. And I have to be careful as I walk, because these guys will end up walking through their golden orbs. That's why they're called golden orb weavers. You see the golden hue of the web there? It's a chemical in their webs that gives it that very beautiful and quite large spiders. Now you can see that the road here is actually paved at this point still, with a stone retaining wall here, giving a barrier or the edge of a farm. This is probably the driest I've ever come up here. It's usually quite wet. There's a remainder of an old a rail right there you can see running up. It's fallen in. The stream is beginning to have its way with the road here. You might be able to get a little farm truck up this far, but you'll be nearing the end of the area where you could drive it. This is an abandoned farm over here. There's probably some fields over there that were used at one time, but no longer. Over here is a field that I have seen used in years past, but it appears that those days may be done. It's a whole year's worth of weeds growing right there. Maybe it's just fallow for a year. Although the fence right here gives some indication that someone's been around. The farm road continues up, makes a bend here. Now this little area right here is used by the farmer to park his truck or to turn around. And the farmers typically pile these round stones up here. We're probably a good 1,500 feet in elevation, but these stones come from the Abe River that years ago deposited its river stones along this entire floodplain, which then rose up out of the sea level area to create the Nihondaira, which is a large, well, not a large, but a large in area series of hills and semi-mountains. Now, this is probably as far as we could go on the truck over this little bridge here. See that now we've got big boulders in the way. And, wow, that's a tangled mess over there, isn't it? Love to go pound through there in the winter. You can either see evidence of the farming past. There's what remains of an old barrel. And over here we have basically ruts. Oops, there's a spider web. Like I said, they're everywhere. Sorry, spiders. I hate to disturb their webs. They always startle me when I walk through them. But I hate to disturb them because they're having such a hard time building them up this time of the year. There's a big spider right there. Where is she? Right there. And a gully crossing through here that basically takes over the passage here. So you couldn't bring a car through here anymore. No, sir. These types of roads, abandoned farm roads, are pretty common in this area of Japan, given that in decades past, up until basically 20 years ago, farming was a going venture. Here's more evidence of the past, rusted metal beams. Or is that wood? Is that wood or metal? Oh, that's metal. Rusted metal bars in front of the structure that was there. Fallen trees on the road. And look up here. There's a big cave we can see right up here. Right over here. These mountains are littered with caves and cavities of various sorts, sinkholes and the like. That go down. I mean, this doesn't go so far back unless it goes around. Oh, it does. I don't know how far back that goes. I'm very leery. I don't know how far back that goes. I definitely do not like going inside of caves. But it appears to go back into the left. But it could extend for quite a ways. The ground here, and we're on the road now, it makes a turn to the left up here, another place where the farmer could turn or park his car, small truck. But the ground, this is abundant rainfall here in this area. I mean, copious and incredible amounts of water every year. That's why everything's so green and just moss covering everything, life everywhere. And the ground here is full of tunnels and holes like that do run all the way through to the groundwater. Now this is an interesting section here. The road becomes a wooden road, or, basically with wooden beams across the road, giving a sort of paving, a wooden road. I think that in fact, it continues all the way up. I guess it's got to give it the strength to be on this ledge here, right? So it doesn't collapse over. A wooden road. Look at that. That's hardwood. That's old growth. Look at the beautiful grainy texture there. Isn't that nice? These beams. That would be really nice to... I wouldn't touch this type of stuff. I don't take things apart, and I take only pictures and leave only footprints, as many do. But wouldn't that be great in a beam in a house to take that out and have that as a rafter or something like that, with all these holes and marks in it? I wonder if it was railroad ties. These are possibly old railroad ties. And they continue right up. Sometimes when I hike here in the wet months, it's just streaming water gurgling across here. Look at all that moss. Amazing. And a nice precipitous drop down to the cave area. Looking back down where we came on the abandoned road. You'll often find bits of roof tile, such as right here. See this? This is an old roof tile. Someone's house. The house was rebuilt, and the farmers brought the old tiles out here, broke them up, scattered them down to act as a paving stone. And you'll find them sometimes here and there. Here's more bits of roof tile right there. All over the place. Getting back into a spider area, I have to keep my eyes open. There's a culvert over there. Now we're getting to the top of the hill right here, where the road will basically become a footpath. I'll take you over to a little pond, and we'll stop there. This is a good area, by the way, to see the Asian giant hornet. Oh, here, this lets off from the pond up here, and the water comes down. You can hear it gurgling. You can see it trickling. See the dark, wet spots there? Dripping there. Drip, drip. When the rain's really running, it'll come down. It looks like an old air filter, oil filter, through this culvert here and down. Here the farmers have put up these rubber things to give more traction, I suppose. Lots and lots of roof tile shards here. Do you see all the shards? Almost every one of these black things is a roof tile. You can actually see the marks, the lines on the shard there. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes you'll find decorative figures like the Onigawara, the ogre-faced tile. You actually find a little face sticking out of the mud sometimes. Imagine that, walking along and suddenly finding a face looking up at you from the mud. Here we are. This is where the road kind of branches off. Now the road will continue up here a little further, and then basically come to an end and become a footpath. There's an old, what appears to be an abandoned refrigerator, perhaps? Is that what this is? An old refrigerator, maybe? Resting away, an old drum. Let's go up here, take you to the little pond, and we'll call it quits there. Old abandoned farmer's road. A nice flat area here at the top. Lovely pine. Pines are an auspicious symbol here in Japan. Very indicative of image of good luck. We'll come on over here, and I see more basically concrete over here. The little pond is right over here. This is chock full of frogs in the summer months. When they're in the spring, the sounds of the frogs is just a noise you can't imagine. I'll have to come back and do this again when the frogs are back. Well, that's it for now, friends. Thank you for dropping by and having a look at the abandoned Japanese farm road here in Nihon, Japan. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. We'll come back. Check this place again when it's raining. Bye-bye.